Welcome to the official judges review and evaluation session of The Voice Unknown Season 1. In this video, you'll witness a thoughtful, honest, and professional process behind how our judges analyze each contestant's first performance. From vocal quality and control to expression and delivery, every detail was examined with precision. This is where artistry meets excellence and where the foundation of the results begins. Let's step into the judges' chamber and see how your favorite contestants were evaluated.
Contestant Israel, we have 36 votes. Contestant Nathaniel, we have 24 votes. Contestant Patricia, we have 76 votes. Contestant Joy, we have 54 votes. All of these were votes carried out or screenshots taken at exactly 10 p.m. Nigerian time. Contestant Richard, 61 votes. Contestant Chukuka, 15 votes. The likes are the votes. Contestant Faithful, 35 votes. And contestant Precious, 22 votes.
Good day, everyone. Welcome to the season 1 of The Voice. So let's get right onto it. Hosts, can we have the first contestant, Precious, please?
First performance stage of The Voice Unknown Season 1. Ladies and gentlemen, I present contestant number TVU01, Precious.
I'm amazed by how you care. I'm amazed you came true for me. In the midst of this time past, Papa, you lighted the world. What did I do to deserve this kind of love? What did I do to
Thank you very much for that. Thank you so much. So we're going to be moving to the next contestant. And that would be contestant number 2, Faithful. Thank you.
Welcome to the first performance stage of The Voice Unknown Season 1. Ladies and gentlemen, I present contestant number TVU02, Faithful.
Lord, if I find favor in your sight, Lord, please hear my heart's cry. I'm desperately waiting to be where you are. I've crossed the hottest desert. I've traveled near or far for your glory. I will do anything just to see you, to behold you as my King. For your glory, I will do anything just to see you, to behold you as my King. I wanna be where you are. I gotta be where you are. I wanna be where you are. I gotta be where you are. Yeah. I wanna be where you are. I wanna be where you are.
Thank you very much. That was Faithful. Thank you for that. We'll be going straight away to the third contestant, who is Chukwuka. Please host.
Welcome to the first performance stage of The Voice Unknown Season 1. Ladies and gentlemen, I present contestant number TVU03, Chukwuka.
Laying someone down on that day, never thought that love will come back to me. When I close my eyes and try to dream, darkness was the only thing I could see. I have run out of hope, reached the end of the road, hit the rocks at the bottom with no further to go. But just when I thought I was destined to end up all alone, show me there's more to this life. I can't believe I'm falling in love once again. I can't believe I'm falling in love, but I am. I never thought that I would be strong enough to move on. No, this wasn't but a plan. I can't believe I'm falling in love, but I'm falling in love once again. Just when I thought I was destined to end up all alone, you show me there's more to this life. I can't believe I'm falling in love, but I'm falling in love once again. Once again.
Thank you very much, host. Over to my next judge.
All right, thank you very much. I think we're gonna move over to Richard. Can we have Richard please host?
Welcome to the first performance stage of The Voice Unknown Season 1. Ladies and gentlemen, I present contestant number TVU04, Richard.
I love you, Lord, and for your mercies never failed me. Yeah. Oh, my days have been held in your hands from the moment that I wake up until I lay my head. Lord, I will sing of the goodness of God. Yeah, 'cause all my life you have been faithful, oh Lord, and all my life you have been so, so good. With every breath that I am able, oh, I will sing of the goodness of God.
All right. Thank you very much. Can we move over to Joy?
Welcome to the first performance stage of The Voice Unknown Season 1. Ladies and gentlemen, I present contestant number TVU05, Joy.
There ain't no room for our things to change when we were both so deeply stuck in our ways. You can't deny it, how hard I've tried. I changed who I was to put you both first, but now I give up. Go easy on me, baby. I was still a child, didn't get the chance to feel the world around me. I had no time to choose what I chose to do. So go easy on me. I had good intentions in the highest hopes, but I know I'm never, that probably doesn't even show. Go easy on me, baby. I was still a child, didn't get the chance to feel around me. I had no time to choose what I chose to do. So go easy.
All right. Thank you very much. Can we have Patricia?
Welcome to the first performance stage of The Voice Unknown Season 1. Ladies and gentlemen, I present contestant number TVU06, Patricia.
You, Lord, you are worthy, and no one can worship you for me. For all the things you've done for me, no one worship you for me. Here is worship, all of my worship. Receive my worship, all of my worship. Here is my worship, all of my worship. Receive my worship, all of my worship. And I will not be silent. I will always worship you. As long as I am breathing, I will always worship you.
All right, thank you very much. I would like to pass it over to the next judge.
All right, thank you very much. Please, host, can we have Nathaniel? Thank you.
Welcome to the first performance stage of The Voice Unknown Season 1. Ladies and gentlemen, I present contestant number TVU07, Nathaniel.
Hi, I'm Nathaniel. I'm competing in The Voice Unknown Season 1. Do not forget to subscribe to J Sweet Music Academy Awards on YouTube to follow my journey. Thank you. And today I'll be singing Stand Up by Cynthia Erivo. I've been walking with my face turned to the sun. Yeah. Weight on my shoulder, a bullet in my gun. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, I got eyes at the back of my head, just in case I have to run. Yeah. I do what I can when I can, while I can for my people. And while the clouds roll back and the stars fill the night, that's when I'm gonna stand up. Take my people with me. Together we are going to a brand new home. Far across the river, can you hear freedom calling? Calling me to answer. Gonna keep on keeping on. I can feel it in my bones, yeah. And I know what's around the bend might be hard to face 'cause I'm alone. And I just might fail, but Lord knows that try. Sure stars fill up the sky. Stand up, take my people with me. Together we are going to a brand new home. Far across the river, can you hear freedom calling? Calling me to answer. Gonna keep on keeping on. I'm gonna stand up, take my people with me. Together we are going to a brand new home, far across the river.
Okay, thank you very much. Can we please have Israel?
Welcome to the first performance stage of The Voice Unknown Season 1. Ladies and gentlemen, I present contestant number TVU Israel.
I heard church bells ring. I heard a choir singing. And I saw my love walk down the aisles on her finger. He plays the ring. Whoa, so then, all the nights he was standing there with my girl, and I heard them promise till death do us part. Each word was a pain in my heart. All I could do was cry. No, all I could do was cry. I was losing the girl that I love, and all I could do was cry. I was losing the girl that I love, and all I could do was cry, and all I could do was cry. Hey, 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 hey. Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Amazing.
and ye adorn. Thank you very
Now we are talking about
much.
the competition. Amazing. That was amazing. That was a good way to end. Thank you, hosts, for the numbering. I wanted to say why did anyway. Let me leave it to the collation. So we'll be collating the numbers, and we'll start from the first contestant, Precious. In terms of the vocal quality and control, hosts would really appreciate if you can put their pictures. So Precious was the one that sang with a live music and with the keyboard behind. And that was some effort she made in getting that done. So for vocal quality and control, she should have gotten a 3 points from me, but I noticed at the point she lost her breath, so she didn't have so much control of her breath, and then that reduced her points to 2.5. For musical expression and emotion, that was also a 3 for me because it was believable. I could believe what she was singing. For dynamics and delivery, that was a 2 for me because just like the breath control issue, there were points where she was almost flat, and she found her way back to the control. For the audio presentation and clarity, that was also a 3 for me. That was some effort there. If you're not looking at the video, just the sound, that was a 3 for me as well. So that's for Precious. What's your score for Precious as well?
Yeah. Okay. So I'm just going to give a very rounded score based on the different impressions I had. On a total basis, basically across everything, I had a 13 for Precious, and it was pretty much around certain things in particular. So I felt like her vocals were sometimes overpowered by the instrumentation, which like really didn't allow for like clarity. There were moments of off notes as well. Very strong, beautiful voice, but there were moments where there were like slight offs here and there, and so those had a way of dovetailing into certain of the criterias we had to judge. So a little off here and there, but you realize that when you're taking one off across various criteria strictly, it reduces the score. I was shocked to see it came to a total of 13 for me. But yeah, I think those were the little glitches here and there for Precious. Yeah, I think Lucy want to go.
Yes, please.
Okay, thank you very much. Precious did amazingly well. I'll give a total of 11. And like my previous judges, they captured quite a number of the aspects I noticed. So I'm not going to repeat. I'll just add one more. Now, the word THROUGH is through, is a TH, is not true. So I heard that in course of singing that song. So it's something that we just have to be a bit more
Okay, so we'll move on to Faithful. All right. So for Faithful, I'm going to give a 13. And that's because he wasn't creative. So I have some expectations. I was looking forward to creativity, like real creativity, and so far I haven't seen that. His expression wasn't so there for me, so I did not really believe what he was singing. I couldn't hear him properly. His words were not so clear, so he wasn't pronouncing the words forward, and yeah, so basically that's the reason why he's got a 13 from me. But he had a good performance as well. Zoe, over to you.
Yeah, so Faithful was basically a 15 from me. Judging on a lot of the things individually, I actually loved that he had very good breath control, because I think it was something I listened to across all of the singers. He was one person who had like good breath control, who didn't do a lot of off notes. But I think what really ticked me off a little bit was the inability to know when to balance out, not being over skillful. Um, if you crowd the music with just like and riffs and all of that, sometimes it takes away from the originality, where it feels original and it feels like you're actually singing from a place of expression. It feels like over performing, so to speak. Be very amazing singer, very wonderful singer. I love his breath control, but the over use of skills in places where the songs require some emotional delivery, the feel of your delivery was what brought it down for me. Yeah. Yes.
Okay, thank you very much again. Faithful did amazingly well, in my opinion. And so it's an overall of 10 from me. And just to add to what has been said, in the aspect of breath control, I heard quite a lot of the breath. I would have rather wished it were lesser than I heard. And then, yeah, very good voice. However, the expression did not really tell so much about the song, the lyrics of the song, and it's not just him, really. I equally noticed it often. Most times we singers will close our eyes. The song you're singing is an exciting song. We should see excitement. You're telling a story. We should see that you're trying to tell a story. You're thinking along. I mean, this is art, right? So, on the general, did amazingly well. Is a 10 from me. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Bismuth. So let's move to Chukuka. I pronounce it well. Chukuka, yeah. Okay, Chukuka. He got a total for me. He got a total of 9.5 for me. his voice control, still another voice control issue, breath control issue rather. His the clarity, diction, his tone. His vocal strength was not balanced, and for the pitch and accuracy and intonation, his ability to stay into it just looked like he just came to, you said I should do a video. Okay, here it is. There was no, I couldn't feel that passion. He didn't claim ownership. It was definitely believable. His the creativity and originality is not for me. I didn't get it then. The dynamics and delivery as well. The variations of his tone, his volume, the energy, like I said before, wasn't it? And of course, the audio presentation and clarity as well was very poor for me. So he got a 9.5 in total. But he's also a great performer, a great singer. I believe with time, with training and learning and improving, he will do great things.
Yeah, I think for me with Chukuka, it was a 13 for me. What I would say felt strongly needed to be improved when I heard him singing was how noisy it felt. And not from a bad place, but it felt a bit noisy. I think that's the word I could sum up how it came across to me. So I mean, across all boards and the summations, it came to a 13 for me. But the noisiness of the presentation and delivery had to be improved.
Okay, thank you again. Chukwuka did well. I like the fact that he gave me a bit of a smile in between. That I like. However, yet again, I saw the eyes close, right? And I was wondering, this song, do you really have to close your eyes for that long? That was it. And I equally like the smooth transitioning from the chest voice to the head voice. That was something beautiful that I noticed. It's a love song from what I deduce, even if the song was not introduced, but I could deduce this is a love song. So I was hoping a bit of expression that depicts love. When you're singing a love song, it comes from somewhere. You should be in that song so that the lyrics align with your expression. That, I believe, was a bit of a takeaway, but I'm sure with time and intentionality, it will be a lot better. So this is just to add to what the other judges had said, so I do not repeat it. And in a nutshell, it will be a 9 from me for Chukuka. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Bisway. So, Gloria, I think you should pick it up.
Alrighty, thank you very much. So, moving on, I think one thing I would like to say is I believe every one of our contestants have potential. And I've basically rated them from the place of potential because I believe these are people that when they work with experts one-on-one, and a lot more, there's going to be so much more improvement. For Richard, I felt like there was actually strong potential, even though, again, across most of the contestants, I was still lacking that wow factor that can happen after someone goes through like a good series of training and mentorship. So for Richard, I came up to a 15. It was basically not the worst, not the best either when it came to certain things. There were some hints of trying to be creative here and there, but still I didn't feel like it was egging, so to speak. For joy, I came to a 12 for joy, and that's because I felt like there was that beautiful voice. Again, amazing voices, most of our contestants. For joy in particular, I felt like there was a little bit of lazy singing. I felt like there could have been a lot more energy, and there were places where she could have done a lot more with the song. she has the vocals for it, that's for sure. You can see that yes, the audio quality does do a damping on most of their voices, but you can tell she has the vocal quality to have done a lot more with that song, and the energy as well. It didn't feel like she put in the energy in the places that needed to be, the notes that needed to be belted and stuff like that. For Patricia, I gave Patricia an 11, and that's because again, beautiful voices all around, but there was a lot of dynamism lacking. There was some creativity lacking, and the presentation also came off as being very expressionless and without emotions. Literally, you take away 40 to 50% of your performance. So that, I think that was one performance that really struck me as not having any any form of trying to put expressions into the presentation at all. For Nathaniel, I came up to a 14 for Nathaniel. Some of the things I really noticed were there were, again, amazing voice, but there were some off notes here and there, and I found that this was something that was consistent across a lot of contestants. If I was to rate them based on that, we probably would not have a score, right? Which is why I think I've settled for potential. But that ability to really control vocals, especially, it's not just about dynamism. It's good to try and have all the dynamics in, but you need to ensure that before you say the notes, you know where you're going, you know where you're going to land, and you're taking control of where your vocals are going with that. The last person I will talk about is Israel. I think I think Israel has a lot of personality, and I love the fact that his personality shines through. Very beautiful vocal dynamism and creativity, but especially at the beginning of the song, vocals felt a bit flat for me. So it's dynamic, yes, the voice is dynamic, but then there's such a thing as vocal strength and clarity in itself. So it was very dynamic, but there were places where the vocals actually felt a bit flat for me. But in comparison to everything that happened today, I mean, everyone is amazing. I think I just loved the fact that Israel had some form of like a strong personality that kind of like caught your attention as soon as he started singing, and it's a 16, especially because of that personality that he had going on. I think that's it for me, and I will let the other judges speak to what they thought about the contestants as well. But good job and kudos to everyone who participated. There's room for growth.
So for Richard, can you put up his Richard, please? Okay. So for Richard, for me, the 15 for me as well. For Richard, and that's because, like Glory said, I think she already said a lot about Richard. He made a lot of effort, his clarity, his tone, his speech, his musical expression as well. The only places I had a problem with in terms of creativity as well, because like I said again, I had a lot of expectation because I love creative singing. I love people going out of the normal to do something extraordinary, and in the process bringing out their personality. So I didn't see that as well. I also did not, the dynamics and the energy was not there for me. But like Glory said, if with support, training, mentorship, they'll do better. But as long as this competition is concerned, he's got a 15, and kudos Richard. And we hope to do better next time. For Joy. So for Joy, I'm gonna give her a 16. Yeah, a 16. That's because she puts in a lot of effort. Yeah, the tone, the not for the breath control, not so much, but for her vocal strength and her personality, um, she tend to she gave me a reason to feel like there's something there to look into. And for her pitch, her musical expression was also there. Not so much, but at least she made so much effort compared to the others. And then the where I have a problem again with is the creativity. It wasn't so much as well. But every other thing she did so well in my opinion. Like yeah, she gave me hope that there's something there. So she's got a 16 with me. Can we move to Patricia then? So for Patricia, I'm going to give her a 10. Great singer. She has this kind of voice that would stay on key all through. Even if she was playing safe, I feel like she was playing too safe. And her expression was not, I actually scored her nothing for the expression because I like to watch people and I like to believe the story you tell, the message you're sending. Nothing. I did not get any of that. So I'm gonna give her a 10. But Patricia, if you can hear me, you're a great singer. I think you should believe in yourself and try not to play safe. So do more practice and then come back for another competition with the great coaching and you'll do well. So for that's Patricia 10. So for Nathaniel, so I'm going to give Nathaniel a 17. His facial expression, first of all, caught me. Yeah, and his attitude as well. I think the only place where he scored a bit low for me was the creativity as well, but he made efforts in his creativity. And his vocal style, I think, like Glory said, with so much coaching and maybe he's gonna do well. But he's got a 17, and that's a good performance for this competition so far. Yeah. So last person is Israel. So I'm gonna give Israel a 19. That's because he did something nobody else did. He caught the attention of people. From the first time he started singing, he came with a lot of energy. He came with this attitude of you must notice me. And this is a competition, I must say. A competition for me is a platform where you bring in your A game, like your best. You're not practicing in your kitchen. You're coming to show what you've been doing for the past years, of your life. And if music is what you love, we should be able to see it from when you open your mouth to sing. And every part of you should express that passion. And I think Israel so far was the one that caught my attention. He showed off, and that was really nice because of his confidence. He didn't care what people think. He just did his best. And even if he had some flat notes at some point, I can forgive that because his attitude just, bought me. And kudos to you, Israel. That's that confidence you have will take you places. You just need to practice more and you need to think of this professionally. But kudos, you got a 19. I should say 20, but you got a 19 because of the notes. Yeah. So kudos, Israel. Well done. And that's me. So
Thank you very okay. Thank you very much. Coming to Mr. Richard. So I'm just going to see how I can add to what the other judges have said. If I do not remember everything they may have said, I may repeat some things based on the notes I took down. But in a nutshell, before I proceed, may I just drop this, right? Like the judges have said, this is a competition, and you know, in a competition, there's always a winner. There is an attitude you come with for a competition, so it should be a little bit more than the norm for you, right? So every judgment, whatever we say, I'd like you to take it in good faith, knowing that it does not define who you are. It's individual perspective, right? So what you will do with this feedback is take it and just improve on what you are currently doing. By the grace of God, you're all gifted and God is taking you places. So moving forward, Richard, you did amazingly well, right? I like the fact that you were able to switch from your chest voice to head voice. And that was something beautiful, I noticed. However, in the pronunciation, I think that's the word God, G-O-D. I get that most times. Most singers, you know, you can be carried away with a lot of what I call a fizzy singing. You can just say guide, you know, all those kind of things, but it's God, right? We need to understand that correct pronunciation is very important when we're singing. So that's one, these are the two major things I picked out just to add to what the judges have said. So I'll give Richard. Richard is a 12 from me. Richard is a 12 from me. Please, can we move on to Joy? Yeah, so Joy, I watched Joy. I like the fact that she was comfortable in the space where she sat. I could see that comfort written all over her. She wasn't in a hurry to deliver something. She was just taking her time and going easy, right? I think that's even a line in her song, Go Easy on Me, Baby, if I remember correctly. So she was actually doing her singing quite easy. And that's something commendable. So for Joy, I give you a 10, right? Simply because this is a competition. So something extra. You see spaces where you had all the opportunities to play around and really belt it out if you have to, or add more dynamics to your singing if you have to. And then your expression. I see that from the previous contestants up till now. We close our eyes a lot. Even in a baby song, do we really have to close our eyes? I'm just wondering, right? So please, something to take note of. Moving on, please, may I have Patricia? Yes, Patricia, the beautiful Patricia. So Patricia is one of those singers I equally noticed took her time, right? She's just singing to her beautiful God. And few things here. Hi instead of I. I understand that could be as a result of maybe what is it called again? I'm trying to remember the word. You know, you could be from it, but your what's that word, please? Forgive me, but you know how you want to say I, you want to pronounce it. Accent, God bless you. Thank you very much for that mighty deliverance. So that's it. I heard hi instead of I. And then I heard us instead of us. Yes. You know, these are few words that tend to take away, you know, I equally noticed this among the other contestants, sorry. You want to pronounce a word and we are hearing other things in between. Sometimes it's not intentional, but we have to really be intentional about it, especially because this is a competition. So there are several things that will be looked at in order to arrive at a winner. So we are great singers. Please, can we move on to Nathaniel, please? Thank you. Oh, sorry. Did I say what I gave Patricia? I'm giving Patricia a 9. Is a 9 from me. Sorry. Is a 9 from me. Nathaniel. Okay, so Nathaniel is the only singer I noticed who introduced the song he was singing. Now, this is a competition. You do not necessarily have to expect everyone listening to you to know what you are singing. But if you can do them a favor of introducing the song, at least telling us the title and whoever sang it, the artist, that gives some credit, right? And it helps people to easily relate with your performance and what they should have expected based on what the artist did. So that, for me, is something quite commendable. Nathaniel, thank you again and again for putting that out. And so that is one. Again, I like your smooth transitioning from your chest voice to your head voice. However, we noticed some flats. We had some flat notes, quite a number of it in your singing. I quite appreciate the fact that you try to go do something extra, and this is it, right? So just take note of that. Subsequent times, you may need to watch out for those flat notes. You know, when you're gliding and you're transitioning, if you're not careful, you may land somewhere you're not even supposed to land on, even your modulation at the point where you had to modulate. Again, your expression, right? Now the song is Cynthia Erivo, right? Is a song where I would have expected to have seen more emotions from you based on the lyrics of the song. You did your best, but you can do better. So for me, I'm giving Nathaniel an 11, right? I'm giving Nathaniel an 11, and that's because you won my heart in that introduction. Kudos. May I please have Israel? Thank you very much, Israel. Very beautiful performance. I like the fact that you took your time to just be you. I mean, you didn't want to look at anybody else, and you cared less about whoever was watching. You were just being yourself, right? I like your riff runs, quite nice, but there's a way you do it and it becomes too much. And when it becomes too much, it takes away from what it should have been. Something good becomes something a bit not too good as it ought to have been. I like your groano, and I heard that. That was quite nice. Again, closing your eyes. And yet I'm wondering, why do you have to close your eyes in this song you're singing? Now that's not only you. Like I said, every other person, I equally noticed that thing. We tend to close our eyes a lot. Sometimes it's not very good. And especially for a competition, you just must be able to let your face interpret the lyrics to a reasonable extent as much as you can, right? Again, sitting up, raising your head, bending low, sitting up, raising your head, bending low, please. That is not too good. You see, we can have very good voices, but our disposition would take away from what would have been very excellent. Now, in a nutshell, you did amazingly well. Your voice stood out. I loved your transitioning. You were one singer who transitioned smoothly, landed smoothly without hitches. Keep it up, right? So from me, it's a 15. Actually, it's a 16. Forgive me. That's what I wrote down here. It's a 16 from me to your performance. Thank you very much.
Thank you. I wanted to say something to Patricia. I know you would see this video. I want to encourage you because I have a soft spot for people that I know have potentials, but are not yet there when it comes to understanding what it means to be a minister. I can see you gave us a gospel song, so you must be a Christian. It is really important to have expression. Your expression is born out of what you believe is. Your expression is born out of how passionate you are in what you do. But most importantly, in the song you sing, the meaning of the song. So each time you pick a song to sing, understand the song. If you have to search scriptures, if you have to question the words of the song, it will help you that when you're singing it like you're the person that wrote the song. You're singing it out of a place of revelation. I'm really, really, really particular about you, Patricia, because I couldn't believe that you sang without any form of expression. Please, for every time you sing, even in your closet, sing with meaning, sing with purpose, and most importantly, sing with passion. Your expression will naturally flow if you believe what you're doing. Okay, so believe in yourself, believe in the Lord, and in the music, the words of the music you're singing, and you'll do great. You'll see a big difference in your singing as well. Thank you.
This concludes the full judges review and evaluation session. Every observation, every score, every recommendation in this review played a major role in shaping the outcome of this stage. The next video reveals how these evaluations translated into scores and which contestants advanced or were evicted. Stay tuned, stay subscribed, and get ready for the results.